Now, it has become a meme at this point that the Western entertainment is simply incapable of producing female characters that are relatable. And we know that there is a push to get the artist to masculinize the female character. And you can see this when it comes to the shoulders, when it comes to the hip size, when it comes to the breast size, when it comes to the jawlines, the facial features. The push is to make the female characters androgynous. And this is not like with one or two female characters here and there. It seems to be industry-wide. Like, this is the new standard. It is the benchmark, if you will. And on top of that, of course, you have the removal of the word female from character creators, where you have body type A, body type B. And many people who are interested in purchasing video games, who are interested in offering their money to the companies, are voicing their displeasure. They're basically saying that, why are you doing this? Like, it's fine if you do this with one or two female characters, but it seems to be all across the board. And it seems that your current customers are unhinged and toxic, because when we do have a video game like Stellar Blade coming out, they're throwing a fit. They're throwing death threats online. They're trying to dox people. They're acting like unhinged individuals. So what is that about, right? Now, apparently yesterday this culminated in a artist which works for Riot, or worked for Riot, I don't really know. But it seems that this individual likes to play as a trans lesbian in most of their RPGs. And, you know, like, that's fine. Like, if this is what you're into, if you like to roleplay in the fictional world as a trans lesbian, like, more power to you. But I don't understand, like, where is the tolerance? Like, why isn't this individual tolerant and accept that while he likes to do that, other people just like to embrace the male gaze? Like, other people enjoy a healthy dose of heteronormativity. And you can see that it bothers him that he finds himself into a minority with what he enjoys, and he lacks the tolerance and acceptance that should be required, based on the way that he communicates with Grummz. Now, Grummz, who has recently became a YouTuber and is more outspoken of his politics, is also one of the developers that is responsible for the creation of World of Warcraft. So he is definitely an established name within the industry. And the way that this artist from Riot is talking is very bewildering. Notice the curse words. Like, he is obviously emotionally invested over the fact that Grummz doesn't like the new character type from a studio that it has absolutely nothing to do with Riot Games. And he's just pointing out, it's like, what is up with the jawline? Like, why is it made like this, and why is it now an industry standard, a benchmark? So you have, like, the artist saying that he will fucking bite, and it's a thread about making female characters in games, and calls Grummz an idiot, grifter, probably feigning outrage, doughboy. I mean, why are you speaking like this to one of your betters? Like, you work in the same industry, but this man is known around the world. Like, people everywhere know who he is. He created a video game that even people who have never played video games have at least heard about it. The female characters in that video game are renowned around the world. Like, everyone knows what a Night Elf is. Everyone knows what a Draenei is. Their merchandise sold in the millions. So why are you being so toxic? Like, you're treating this guy as if he's an outsider, as if he has absolutely no idea what he is talking about. And again, the words you are using shows that you are very emotionally invested in his criticism over the aesthetic of another video game that you haven't even worked on, right? So it's like this bizarre thread, like this genuine bewilderment when you have an artist from a company insulting another creator and critic that has millions of fans. Like, you're being antagonistic, not just to Grummz, but to the people that follow him, because you're saying, well, you know, like, the people that follow Grummz are idiots. You just don't realize that he's a grifter. So anyway, he is saying that making the nuance of a gentler face can be really tough. So in other words, he's coming and saying, like, look, all these AAA companies that are spending billions of dollars, they just cannot find the talent. Like, all of us are just completely incompetent, and we just can't create accurate female features. I mean, we can create male features, like, that's fine. When it comes to the men in video games, they look like porn models, like, that is okay. But when it comes to the women, we just cannot, we just can't want. Like you're asking too much of us. I mean, the Koreans can do it with Stellar Blade, but they have the technology, but we Americans, we just can't compete with that. They're stronger than us. They're better. I don't know how they do it. They don't even have diversity officers, and yet they managed to create a video game like Stellar Blade that has the technology that we can't even dream of. This is what he's coming in public with. Like, these are his arguments, right? With curse words minced within them. Here you have us say that there's a point that the dipshit's original post. Like again, where is this anger and vitriol coming from? Why are you behaving like this towards a fellow member of the industry? Is this normal behavior? Is this how people interact at Riot? Like when someone has a disagreement opinion, do you all feel the need to be insulting as if they crossed your lane in traffic? Is this the toxic masculinity that I keep hearing about? Because, like, even amongst fellow gamers, we don't speak like this on Discord. Like what is going on? Why are they talking like this? And look at this. That's a whole fucking culture thing on top of production. We forgive men for having structure in their faces, and we gasp when women have wrinkles. Like again, who is this we? Who elected you as their representative? Who said that we... When it comes to male characters, I see that the resemblance is uncanny. Like, I know this is shocking and bewildering for the American mind that was schooled within the gender studies, but if you actually do go outside and you touch grass and you go clubbing or you interact with human beings outside of California, you will notice that men and women seem to have different standards of attraction. Like, this is not a standard set by me, but it is a standard set by women. You can notice the type of actors that they like. If the actor does seem to have wrinkles on his face or he is middle-aged, it doesn't seem that women are put off by that. No, but what does seem that women are put off by is height. Like if the guy is very short, women don't like that. If the guy has a massive beer belly, women don't like that. If they have acne, they don't like that. And when you look at male characters in video games, it doesn't seem that the fat midget with acne is the benchmark. So I don't know what he's talking about. When you look at male characters in video games, there's a wide array of them. Just like women used to have a wide array before 2016. But now, again, time and time again, the female characters need to look masculine. Like, this is a requirement. I can't remember the last female character that was made by a AAA company which had these sized breasts. I'm pretty sure there must be, but I just can't possibly remember it. I think, like, maybe in Overwatch... Like, that would be the game. But, like, other than that, again, I need to struggle really hard. Now, if it's about Japanese games or South Korean games, that's easy. But the body type that the Americans make is just standard. It's benchmark at this point, which is what Grummz is talking about. So now you have the artist from Riot complaining that he was asked to make some changes on this character, Fiora. Like, my brother in Christ, I don't know if you understand the economics. I don't know if you understand how this works, but you are employed by a company that gives a game for free. Like, League of Legends can be downloaded by literally everyone, and the only way that they make money is by selling skins. Like, the characters need to be appealing enough so that someone is willing to spend actual money in order to purchase the artwork. And you're complaining that, oh, well, I gotta do my job. Like, where do you think the money that puts food on your table comes from? Where do you think the money that allows you to afford buying Cyberpunk so you can play as a transgender lesbian, I suppose, right? And have your entertainment, where do you think that comes from? Well, it comes from the people that purchase this artwork. And it does need to look like this because they do have analysts that look at the market. And maybe you hate the fact that the market likes to buy this, but you're offering a service for other people. And if you're offering a service that other people don't want, they don't buy it. So yeah, I gotta say, the changes look small, but these small changes, if they amount to 1,000 extra sales, we're talking thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. Money that is used to pay you and your colleagues. Like, Riot is not Joe Biden. They're not printing money and giving to you. No, like, the gamers required to purchase the product so that you can put food on your table and you don't go into the gutter and starve to death. So to see an artist that is so arrogant and is so disconsiderate towards the market makes me wonder, why should I buy skins from League of Legends? Like, are all artists that Riot employs thinking like this? Like they take my money and they think of me with disgust? Because if that's the case, I can just take my business to a Korean company. And by the way, this is actually what's happening in the West right now, which is why all these artists are upset, is because they realize, oh, we're actually competing with someone. We don't really have monopoly. We are competing with people like Shift Up, which makes Nikkei and Stellar Blade. So can we stop the competition? Because we don't like if the money is going elsewhere. And this is why they're upset at Grummz. And they're upset at Helldivers, and they're upset at the coffin of Ashley and Lele. That justified. They're terrified. They're terrified because they realize, oh, we're not as educated as we thought we are. We thought we can lecture the market, but it seems that the market is lecturing us. And by the way, the market is called reality. Like, you cannot shape human sexuality. And again, you know, like, we are tolerant as the gamers. Like, we're fine with you guys having your own niche fetishes and your own stuff, you know, like your niche particularities that you enjoy in Cyberpunk. But what we're not fine is when you want your stuff to be the standard. Because it's not. Like, you can't force reality and say that everyone is going to like the stuff you are, because they don't. And I don't care, like, what temper tantrum you throw on Twitter and how many curse words you're using and how disconsiderate and disrespectful you are towards others. It just makes you look like the fool. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.